Hey guys, and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I am so glad you joined me. Now is the best time in the world to hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell notification. We've got something special happening today, and trust me, you want to hang around and you don't want to miss it. Okay, so our special event for today is I am a part of a Meatless Monday challenge. Now let me tell you, there are 3 other ladies, wonderful ladies, involved in this Meatless challenge with me. And I want you right now, at the end of this video, to go over to their page and be sure to subscribe, like, hit the bell notification to their pages as well. First is Miss Lori over at Whippoorwill Hollar. She is a hoot. Her and Mr. Brown. You'll love them. Linda with the Little Homestead. You want to go over there and check her out. She's from New Zealand. Awesome. And you want to go over to Vickie at Vickie's Country Home. I love country homes. Y'all can see that. So y'all be sure to go over to their pages, like, subscribe, and be a part of their YouTube family as well. So this challenge, I'm so excited about it. You know, we've all been kind of cooped up. We've probably bought what we needed as far as meat goes. And if you have a farm, you've probably got meat in your freezer. But even at that, you don't always want meat. So you kind of want something to go along or to take the place of. Now, my dish tonight is not necessarily going to be packed full of protein, but because when I think of a meatless meal, I'm thinking pintos and cabbage and cornbread and that thing. I decided to do kind of a side dish, a dish that can be used as a side with meat, or whether you just need some little comfort and just want to sit down in the couch. You really don't want to have a full-blown meal. You just want to take a bowl of something and sit down in the chair and veg out with some TV and eat some comforting food. This is the dish for you. We are making up, and I don't even know what to call it, doctored up grits. I'm actually going to use smoked Gouda cheese in mine. Now, the possibilities are endless. You can, if you don't like Gouda, leave it out, put in cheddar. We're going to doctor it up however. It's not going to be your just morning bowl of plain old grits. So if you don't like grits, think again. You're going to like this. So let me get my stuff together and we'll get started. Okay guys, so as much as my children love instant grits, and I do have them over there, that is not what you want to use for this dish. I am using this, and I'll tell you the brand. It's House Autry Stone Ground White Grits. Just not the instant. Don't get the instant. And I probably wouldn't get the quick cooking either, but you could do that. I mean, that's fine. I'm going to make a 6-person serving, or 6 servings. So we're going to get started. Now, the flavor all begins with the water that you cook the grits in. That's where it all starts. So let me show you where we're going to need 6 cups of liquid. So I've got 3 cups of water fixing to go in. Let me tighten this up just a little bit. Okay, I've got water going in. That's 3 cups of water. I'm also going to use milk. You could use heavy cream if you wanted. I'm going to use 3 cups of milk. This is where a lot of your flavor is going to come from, is in the liquid that you cook it in. All right. Now, to this, I'm going to take some garlic. These grits are not going to have a strong garlic flavor. I just want the liquid to flavor the grits that I'm cooking. Now, if you want garlic grits, I would add even more garlic at the end. And I'm just using a granulated garlic. I'm going to put in a few dashes of some Worcestershire sauce. That's just going to give it a good, rich depth. And I'm going to give it just a little bit of hot sauce, not to make it hot, but just to give it flavor. So there you go. I'm going to get this over onto the stove and we're going to get it hot. While it's getting hot, I'm also going to add in about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. It's all about getting your water good and flavored to begin with. And I heard somebody, a cook, one time say, you gotta make dirty water. I don't really like the sound of that. So I'm just gonna call it flavored water. You need to get your water or the liquid that you're cooking it in good and flavored up. So while that's getting hot, let me tell you the story behind these grits. My husband is a pastor. And as most pastors, or I hope most pastors, his ministry work does not stop when he leaves on Sunday. It is a 24/7 job. I mean, he is constantly, if he's not on the phone, if he's not visiting, if he's not at the hospital, if he's not at church, he's planning ministries, he's planning events. It is nonstop. And he's on the phone calling people. His day starts at 5 o'clock. Well, we have only been a pastor of 2 churches. He's only pastored 2 churches. And both churches have loved us well. And oftentimes we get a getaway for Pastor Appreciation Month, which is October, guys. So when October rolls around, don't forget your pastor. They give us a giveaway. I can't say it. A getaway. And we love to go to bed and breakfast. And when we go, I love to buy, if they sell one of their own cookbooks, I love to buy their cookbooks. Well, this last one our church sent us to, we loved it. And they had smoked Gouda grits for breakfast one morning. And it was so good. My husband loved it. Well, guess what? This bed and breakfast had not made a recipe book, a cookbook. And so I have had to wing this recipe. They kind of gave me a little bit of it. They were very generous and came out and told me a little bit about it. But as far as measurements, I had none of that. And I didn't really even have all the ingredients. So we're just kind of winging this recipe. But it is going to be so good. Now, like I said, these are going to have cheese in them. And you can use any kind of cheese that you want. If you're catering to a bunch of kids whose palate may not be very sophisticated, use Velveeta cheese. Or tear up American slices in it. Or you could use sharp cheddar cheese in it. The plan is, I mean, the ideas are endless. If you want a little spicy bite, you could use pepper jack. My husband just happened to like what the bed and breakfast had, and that was smoked Gouda. So I'm going to get to shredding while this is getting hot. I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Okay, while it continues to get hot, you're going to want to bring it up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead. I melted a stick of butter the other day. Didn't use it. Stuck it back in the refrigerator. And I'm just going to scrape. It's hard. I mean, it's like, I stuck it back in the refrigerator. Anyway, I would say I'm going to put about a half stick of butter in here. If I can get it off. There we go. Oops, I didn't mean to turn it off. All right, and we're just going to bring it up to a boil, and then we'll be putting our grits in. Okay, guys, so my flavored water has come, and milk has come up to a boil. So we're going to drizzle in. I've got 1.5 cups of those grits I showed you. So we're using 1.5 cups. And we're going to gradually pour them in and whisk as we go. Let me bring you guys over here so you can see. Okay, I start whisking first. And then I just drizzle a few grits at a time. And the reason you do this is because you don't want them to clump up. You still may get a clump or two, but it won't be as bad. I have turned the oven or stove down to like a low, and we're going to leave it there for about 15 minutes. Occasionally, I will lift the lid and stir. But I'm going to cover this up and let these grits soak up all this goodness. There we go. Alright, those grits are in there. Let me clean my whisk off. Alright, I'm going to put the lid on and we're going to let them cook. I'll stir this occasionally and I'll bring you guys back in just a little bit. Okay guys, let's bring this over here and finish her off. While she was cooking, while the grits were cooking, I had some half and half over in another little small pot, just about a half a cup, just warming up. If you don't have half and half, because I know we don't have things readily available, if you have a can of evaporated milk, that would work great, or just regular whole milk is fine. So I had this over there warming up. I'm gonna top this off with that warm half and half, or whole milk, or evaporated cream milk, whatever you have. I'm going to stir that in. Let me turn this down. And it's going to continue to thicken up. I'm also going to drop in about 4 more tablespoons of butter. Grits need butter. Alright, now here comes the good stuff. I've got over here probably, I'm not sure how much that is, but I shredded up that Gouda. I'm going to start with half a cup, and this is a 1/4 measuring cup, so we're going to put in, there's a 1/4. Alright, here's roughly a half a cup. Let's stir that in and see where we are. I think I might want to add a little bit more. It smells so good, y'all. I'm going to add all this. That's probably another 1/4 going in. Anywhere between another 1/4 and a half. So close to a cup. Maybe a cup. I don't know. I would say close to a cup of Gouda. Now, remember, like I said, if you don't like Gouda, add Velveeta. What a creamy, delicious grits that would be. And then you could top it off with some more garlic. You could use pepper jack. I think pepper jack would be the bomb in this. But my husband wanted to recreate our bed and breakfast getaway. So let's call him in here and see how we did. Bryant, you want to come taste? Now these will continue to set up as they cool.
Those may be too hot.
Yeah, it might be too hot. We're going to burn his mouth. Now.
This is my spoon.
No, it's not. Here's your spoon. I got you a spoon. You could top this off with bacon, but this is Meatless Monday, so we are not putting any meat in this. But bacon would be good.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Blow it good. I don't want you to burn your tongue. No.
You blow it too.
That was not coronavirus.
Phenomenal.
Is that good?
Really good.
Phenomenal? I got phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Look how thick
Watch,
they are.
you're about
Look
to
how
drip.
thick, look how thick they are.
It.
Anyway.
And they will continue to thicken up. And if they do, if they get too thick before you're ready to eat them, just add some more of that warm cream or warm milk.
Really, really thick, really creamy, really heavy. You can taste the smoked Gouda cheese and the heavy cream.
there you go. Now, we're going to curl up with a bowl of this on the couch. It's not cold outside, but something about this staying at home makes me just want to eat comfort food. So we're going to have a meal with Gouda grits. Oh, he's already got it on him.
Oh, well.
So, first, I want to thank Lori, Linda, and Vickie for allowing me the privilege to join in with you guys on this. Be sure to go over to their pages. If you can't remember the names, replay the video because I said it in the beginning. Go check them out. Be sure to subscribe to their channels. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to mine as well. Thank you so much for joining us for this Meatless Monday. And y'all remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.